So what's going on, guys? Here's another video, and today we are going to check some of the stock markets. We are going to check some of the Forex pairs for the upcoming weeks and some of the trades that might be possible or some of the trades that I took, and at the same time we are going to discuss some of the trades more for swing trading and for long-term kind of holds rather than scalping this time. So let's get right into it. So we are starting with the EURUSD, and here it goes. So we start with the bigger time frames. So let's start with the monthly. We can see here clearly this trend right here. The last support line, since here we had two engulfing candlesticks breaking this last resistance zone. And here now we broke this kind of support area, which here acted a couple of times as a support here as well. But now we break through, so we are reaching new levels of lows since 2017-16. And here now this next area is the support zone. But again, this is the monthly chart, so this can take up to 3-4 months, as we saw here. A couple of candlesticks, so probably this here is the trading range, and at the same time it possibly means that we will reach here these lows right here. And here, if we check the weekly chart, we could quickly add some indicators just to see the trend. So here basically below the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA on the monthly chart. Now checking the weekly, pretty much the same here, pretty bearish momentum. Here a bit of a double top. Here simply a bearish trend line going on since this big double top back in 2008, and here now the third touch move to the lower part after breaking here this support area. Might see at some point retest of this area, but I assume we will previously go lower before that happens. So here quickly checking, maybe adding the RSI, just because people are usually used to trade with the RSI. So here we can see we're pretty much below the 50 level, so bearish momentum continues, and here we gained now some room. The RSI could turn lower. Here pretty bearish candlestick on the daily chart. So let's just quickly add the targeting area was around here, even lower than that. But so on the 4-hour chart, here quickly pretty engulfing bearish candlestick, here followed by these three right after the 50 EMA. So momentum pretty bearish here overall. And here on the 4-hour chart, we had this bearish flag going on. Broke the structure, here formed again a double top, and now breaking here with this bearish flag again. Pretty bearish momentum in the last 4 hours. On Friday, here the 1-hour chart. Here, this engulfing candlestick was retested again. Here the double top. So now this here should be the area. So if we see a retest to this trend line here once again, here a bit of a resistance area. Since here trend is still up on the 1-hour chart, so might still go here somewhere, here looking for shorts for the longer term. So this was the Euro USD. Now checking the Australian dollar and the American dollar. So the Aussie USD, here pretty much the same pattern, pretty bearish. Here's still a support line holding for now, but if we take a look compared to the other couple of times on the monthly chart, here a couple of wicks pointing to the upside. Here we broke and rallied. Here again a couple of wicks. Here a bit of a mess and then broke, and here it looks like momentum will slightly shift to the downside as well. So quickly checking the weekly chart here, this could still turn out to be a bullish flag, meaning we could still here break to the upside, but unless we see here a big move to the upside, I'm not interested in buying. But keep in mind that here at the same time this could here be retested, and then a head and shoulders pattern could be formed, which would here confirm this bullish flag. But again, unless we don't break here with a pretty bullish sign, for now momentum still slightly remaining within this bearish flag. On the daily chart here, last candlestick pretty bearish as well, and here is the left shoulder, which should be retested. So for now momentum should be to the downside, which is here this target. And if we quickly take a look at the 4-hour chart, so basically here we had the highest point, here now the retest of this area, then kind of a head and shoulders pattern here as well. Didn't quite reach the previous highs, but as well, but at the same time this doesn't have to be the case, since the head and shoulders pattern is never exactly the same. Sometimes it is, but one shoulder can always be lower. Just keep in mind here is somewhat of a resistance area. Here we had this rejection, so here this candlestick, here a couple of rejections, here is false breakout here as well, here again, here the retest now again. So meaning we still haven't broken this support area. So if we possibly move to the upside somehow once again, and then can form here a third touch at the trend line and see a rejection, then I would short to the downside. So for now trade looks to be here between the support and resistance area. Here at this point we might go slightly lower to these levels, but unless we break here completely the last zone, which is around here, well pretty much at the lows of the support area, then I wouldn't continue to short. But if we see a bearish candlestick breaking here this red line, then we can short to the downside, with the target being this one right here, the previous lows or even lower. But for now waiting for a possible pullback to the upside. Here 1-hour chart, momentum pretty bearish for now, but so these are the trades to look out for. So I guess this was today's video, and see you in the next analysis.